If you are sick or just recovering from being sick and feel like you've absolutely fell off of your routines, your healthy habits, your gym progress, and you are ready to hit the reset button and bounce back better than ever, girly, welcome to my ultimate sick day reset glow up plan. Here's exactly how I plan my comeback after I've been sick, feeling like crap, or just off of my game, and how I bounce back better than ever in less than 48 hours. Hey girl, welcome to Get Up and Glow. My name is Madison Haynes and I am on a mission to transform you into your hottest, your healthiest, your happiest self in 2026. This is part 4 out of 6 of my ongoing Glow Up Academy series, the series that is dedicated to helping you feel and look your best for the first quarter of 2026. I, like everyone else, have been so sick for the last 2 months. I was sick throughout the whole end of the year and almost the entirety of January, and I cannot handle. January 1st, we all plan the rebrand, the implementation of all of these new goals. Personally, I got about 1-2 weeks in feeling like my best self, having my entire routines together, my workout routine in the morning, the cleanest my house has ever been. I've been looking and feeling the best I've ever looked just to have everything come crumbling down. Because yet again, I got the flu. If you are like me and you've been sick or you're exhausted or you just feel down with the winter blues and you need motivation, inspiration, not only that, but a game plan backed with it girl action steps to help you get there, girly, you've came to the right place. If this is the first time that you are seeing my face, hey girl, what's up? I am so excited to chat about all things self-improvement with you and hyperstart your self-improvement glow-up journey. Think of me as your glow-up fairy godmother. I like to do things a little bit different in terms of integrating 8 girl action steps into every single chapter. So what do you get from me? You get weekly videos that are going to give you so much motivation to level up in life. We're talking glow-up tips, we're talking productivity, we're talking everything self-improvement, but within my videos are 8 girl action steps, which you can think of very similarly to challenges. Write these 8 girl action steps down and do them every single day until the next episode comes out. Now, if you keep up with these weekly 8 girl action steps, girl, I promise you, in 30 days, you'll be a better you. In 60 days, you'll be a whole new you. And in 365 days, you will become unrecognizable. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. How to bounce back after being sick. Phase 1 is permission to rest. I don't care if you feel like crap because you're on your period or if you have the flu or whatever is going on. If you're burnt out, if it's a mental rut that you are in, pushing yourself beyond your boundaries is actually a form of self-hate, not self-love. You need to learn how to listen to your body and when it's telling you to slow down. There's a difference between you being lazy and being like, ugh, I don't want to do it. I want to binge watch my favorite TV show versus your body screaming at you, telling you there's something wrong. Do not wait until your body screams at you and forces you to shut down. Listen to your body when it starts to whisper. But look, I also understand that in the self-improvement side of the internet, a lot of us girls love to hustle. We love to work. We love our gym routines. We love our productivity, whatever it may be. And we find it hard to press the pause button because we feel like we're pressing pause on our improvement, on our goals. So I want you to do this it girl action step, okay? Number 1, I want you every single day to listen to your body, to do an audit. How am I feeling today? Am I feeling inspired? Am I feeling motivated? Or am I feeling tired? Am I feeling burnt out? Listen to your body and figure out what are ways I can fuel myself? What are ways I can better take care of myself to prevent you from getting sick, from burnt out, or feeling like crap? Of course, if you are already unwell and you start to question yourself, and if you're dealing with the guilt of calling in sick to work, of canceling plans, of not going and showing up for your workouts, I want you to pause and reframe. Every single time that you have those thoughts of, I'm losing out on progress, I can't do it, I'm going to let people down, I need you to stop and think, okay, number 1, is it really that deep? And I can promise you the answer is no. Number 2, I want you to frame it like this. You know what? Yes, I'm going to take a break. Yes, I have to call in sick. Yes, that feels like crap. But you know what? If I properly rest and take care of myself, I'm going to be able to bounce back better than ever. And that leads us into phase number 2, which is a phase many of us are in right now, okay? The rest era. When you are sick, when you are on your period, when you are feeling burnt out, give yourself permission to rest guilt-free. If you're able to take care of yourself in some capacity, of course, do it. Do your face masks. This is a great time to put on white strips. Don't wear makeup. Let your skin breathe. I find after I'm sick, I bounce back and my skin looks better than ever because A, I didn't wear makeup, and B, I prioritized doing my skincare as like my act of self-care, where I took my energy, the little energy I had, and I made sure I was still hydrating my skin. So when I bounced back, I didn't have like crusty, dry skin. Now, as an it girl action step, I want you to completely avoid your to-do list. Yes, some of us have to still work or go to school or do exams, whatever it may be, when we're sick. But think about what are the absolute urgent must-dos I need to do to keep my life actually going versus the things I can press pause on. And instead of that, make a to-do list for self-care you can do. Things that come easy, things that don't expel a lot of energy, but can allow you to still keep up with taking care of yourself, like the habit of self-care. Okay, girl, now let's get into the nitty gritty. The reason why you clicked on this video, which is about how to bounce back, how to glow up. You've rested, you are so ready to integrate yourself back into your routines and come back better than ever. Okay, here is exactly what I want you to do. You wait for that morning where you wake up and you instantly know, oh my gosh, I feel better. Within minutes, you can tell I can breathe. I'm not sneezing right away. I don't feel like absolute crap. And you go, oh my God, hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you to the universe. I finally feel better, okay? That was me today. The first day where you start to feel like yourself again, I know you're gonna wanna run outside, see your friends, go right back into your routine. Promise me you will not do that, okay? Instead of jumping right back into it, take this time to do an intentional reset, to slow things down and to slowly go back to your routines. Of course, it goes without saying that this is the time where you're gonna do a nice reset. Wash your bed sheets, do the dishes, pick up all of those tissues that are all over your apartment. They're disgusting. Don't worry, no shame. I was right there with you. This is the time to do light exercise. Go for a walk, get some fresh air. Or maybe do some yoga, do some meditation. After taking so much time to rest, I feel like that is the best time to go and be intentional because your mind will be so much clearer because it's not filled with all of this mental clutter from you being at school or work all day, you communicating with all of these people, absorbing their energy and their ideas. Take this time to really reflect. And of course, to bounce back. You know, before I got sick, I was doing pretty well. I had a good grocery routine. I had a good fitness routine. I was looking good, dressing up, feeling great. But as I was sick, I had a moment to really reflect on the areas of my life that I could be doing better by my body, better by my mental health. So for instance, one thing that I'm going to be leveling up now is with my groceries. I'm going to go back to whole foods, organic foods when possible, drinking kombucha on an empty stomach in the morning because it's a great probiotic. Really amping up my vitamin routine, taking things like zinc, omega-3s, vitamin D3 every single day, and just taking better care of myself. Today after I film this, I'm just going to give myself a beauty refresh, which we'll unpack later. But like for instance, I'm going to give myself a pedicure. Now, as an it girl action step to keep you accountable and make sure you're not burning yourself out before you just are fully ready to bounce back, I want you to go and rate your energy on a scale of 1 to 10, girly, okay? Now rate all of those routines that you would typically do when you were feeling like that girl, your best self before you got sick, and assign a number in terms of like how much energy you think it would take you to do that task. For instance, like a super hardcore weightlifting workout would be like a 10 out of 10 for me. So if my energy today is like a 6.5 out of 10, I'm not gonna go back to weightlifting. But if doing a light Pilates YouTube video was like a 5 out of 10, you know what? That is a habit that I can start now. Now, phase 4 might just be my favorite phase, and that is the bounce back game plan, like how you are truly going to come back stronger, feeling better than ever. First and foremost, we need to do a life audit of the things you pressed pause on when you were feeling like crap. So as part of your it girl action steps, I want you to reflect on the following questions. Number 1, what work do you need to catch up on for work or school? What were your missed assignments? What are the things in your job that you kind of have been putting on the back burner because they're not super urgent, but you need to catch up on? Even in your home, is the laundry backed up? Is the dishes backed up? Do you need to do a grocery order? Do you need to meal prep? Like, What were the things that were part of your daily routine when you were feeling like that woman, your best self, that are a hot mess right now? Question number 2 for you is, what were the routines that you missed the most? You know, when you get so sick, you go and you look at yourself and you're like, how did I ever take my health for granted? Like the fact that I used to wake up feeling great, had the ability, the free will to work out, to go to work or school or whatever it may be. And you're like, I will never take that for granted, just for you to feel better and then for you to take it for granted all over again. But when you're still like this, clear-minded, feeling inspired, really reflect. Were you really missing the gym? Or were you really missing out on seeing your friends, seeing your family, whatever that may be? That is something that is a priority to you out of all of the healthy habits and routines. So write down the things that you found that you really, really were missing and longing to go back to, and then figure out ways on how you can prioritize more of that into your life. Now, as your third question, I want you to reflect on how you feel like you can make your comeback a little bit easier. Look, I personally have worked on mastering the 6 a.m. morning routine. I wake up at 6, have a perfect cute gym set in hand, put it on my body, and I head on over and do a morning workout. I have a healthy breakfast, high protein, high fiber. I get full glam and I start my work day and get to 10 to 15K steps every single day. At least I did before I got sick. But the first time I got sick back in December, it took me a long time to build that routine up again. But the ways that I made it a little bit easier was, of course, to plug my phone in across the room. So I had to wake up when I was waking up at 6 a.m. to get out and get it. I put my gym set right next to my alarm to make it that much more humiliating if I snoozed it and went right back to bed. And not only that, I just motivated myself through Pinterest, my own affirmations, my own positive thinking, and I eventually was able to bounce back. And this is exactly why discipline is such an important part of our self-improvement journey, okay? It's not going to be linear. You're going to fall off, you're going to get sick, you're going to get burnt out, you're going to have to take a break, even if it's for something amazing, like a wedding, like a vacation. Do not beat yourself up over it. But girly, we are going to work on being disciplined, meaning when we are healthy, when we are able to do the things you know you need to do to show up as your best self, you're going to do that. You're going to choose yourself every single time. And when you continue to do that, and you know that you're the type of woman that makes the promises she makes for herself, shows up for herself, that is the best feeling in the world, a feeling money can never buy. So as your final boss, girl action step, I would say take the reflections of those 3 questions that we just chatted about and create a to-do list for the week, your bounce back action plan, I would call it, and figure out how to take all of those little habits that you now know are priorities for you and place them based on a realistic timeline for the week. So you know how to get back on track. You know how to slowly integrate these healthy habits and routines back in your everyday life. Phase number 5. This is my favorite phase. So you're starting to feel better. You're basically back to normal and you're ready to go out into the world and do those harder workouts and socialize, go and party. Maybe you're ready to have your first post-sick cocktail. I feel like when your body is ready to go out and have a nice dinner and a nice little dirty martini moment, you know that you are back. But before you do that, I love just the last moment in bed. Go and wear a cute matching lounge set, a vintage slip like one I have on right now, a cute fancy robe. It just makes you feel like that woman. You guys know I am all about always looking good. Like I'm at home right now and I still have my jewelry on, my signature pieces. So I want you to go and dress in a way that makes you feel amazing. Hopefully you already are, and that goes without saying. Regardless, get yourself into a cute set, go and grab your iPad, your phone, whatever it may be, and scroll Pinterest. Set the vibe, okay? You guys already know I am all about taking the extra few minutes to make your life more enjoyable. So take the 2 minutes to light a candle, to put on cute fairy lights in the background, whatever it may be, have a cup of tea in hand, and go on Pinterest and get motivated. Your It Girl action step for this section is to just create a Pinterest board called My Bounce Back Era, and anything you see that makes you so inspired, so happy, pin it to that board and use it as leverage, motivation, something for you to look at every single day as you're working on rebuilding the new and improved you. Now, phase 6, girlies, start your engines because it is finally go time. It is time to initiate your ultimate It Girl rebrand from being sick. You're about to rise up from the ashes, something we've all been waiting for as we're sick, coughing, sneezing in bed. It is go time, and here is your ultimate blueprint for how you are going to bounce back better than ever. It is time for the ultimate everything shower, okay? Know the drill, okay? This is when you're going to exfoliate all of the disgusting, sickly skin off of your body. Jump in that shower, make it nice and warm, exfoliate your body with your Tree Hut scrub, exfoliate your face, girl. Wash your hair, put a nice hair mask in. This is time to just feel like a whole new you. When you emerge out of the shower, you need to be feeling like you just wiped away all of the sickness. Like you washed all of that negative energy down that drain. Visualize it. Like visualize you under the shower, and with every water droplet that just glazes down and off your body, think of it as a cleanse. Cleansing out this time in your life, cleansing out the negative energy so you can emerge into a whole new you, a new aura. Open the windows. This is again a nice way to get new energy into the home and also just to like get rid of that sickly air. Of course, it goes without saying, like put everything back in its place, make things feel new. If you want to switch things around, feng shui your apartment, maybe like move some furniture around, buy a new candle, whatever it may be, just to feel like there's new energy in your space, do that. The one thing I like to do just to energetically reset my space is of course to clean it and then to buy myself fresh flowers. I don't know what it is about having fresh flowers in the house, but it really just feels like I hit the reset button on my life. So your It Girl action step is to do exactly that. Aura cleanse. Make a plan for what you need to do to reset your space. The goal should be by the end of the day, you should sit down and be ready to like do your evening routine and feel like that woman. In your cute set, the candle's lit, everything feels clean, everything feels reset. You can feel the energetic shift in your space. Whatever means you need to do that, girly, do it. Now, before we talk about your post-sick glow up, I need to talk about something super, super important. I've been noticing that you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about my bonus exclusive content. So for those of you who do not know but may have seen it, I have actually, by popular demand, started a Patreon account. I release exclusive bi-weekly episodes on Patreon. There's been a lot of you who go and say, Madison, I love your content. Your content has changed my life. And I see your comments and your podcast reviews and they just make my day. When you guys leave me a review on Spotify, even comment on my Instagram photos like that, I'm like, they're an OG. You guys make my day. But a lot of you guys were saying, I need some extra help. I want to create different podcast episodes based on my own goals. Like I start all of these goals for 2026, Madison, and I have motivation to start them, but I need someone to keep me accountable. Like, can you be that person? And the answer is abso-freaking-lutely, girly. That's why I created a Patreon account. So for $2.99, less than a cup of coffee, girl, you get access to bi-weekly bonus content that you get to shape. You get to go and DM me personally or in our exclusive group chat and say, Maddie, this is the topic I've been really struggling with. You know, I've been really sick this week and I need motivation to bounce back. Or school or work is really hard. I need tips on this. Like whatever you are going through, let me know. Let me know the self-improvement topic that you need and I will create a bonus episode tailored to all of your requests. Literally all for the price of $2.99. But if you're a girl who's like, that is amazing, but I want more. Like I want to see the behind the scenes, Madison. Like you never show me your life. You never show me your home, etc. I get it, girl. I get it. So I have an upgraded tier within the Patreon where you get everything in the Glow Babes tier, all the exclusive bonus content, and a weekly Monday behind the scenes vlog where you get to see me, no makeup on, me cleaning my apartment, just like the raw footage of my life, so you and I can get to know each other just that much better. So if that sounds interesting to you, girly, you already know what to do. You can click the link in my description and visit my Patreon, or just search up my Patreon at Get Up and Glow. As always, for each and every one of you, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Okay, girls, phase number 7, the post-sick glow up. Now, this is often something that is going to feel just so long overdue when you've been sat in bed, just like red nose, feeling like crap, not doing your hair and makeup, just feeling like the worst version of yourself. The first day where you get to go back to your vanity and put on makeup, do your hair, feels absolutely incredible. First and foremost, I like to give myself a fresh manicure. So I paint my toenails and I head on over to my local nail salon and get a fresh mani. I also love to book some bounce back beauty treatments. So like a nice haircut, a facial. If you want to do that at home, you absolutely can. Like you can just get hair cutting scissors. Please do not trim your hair with kitchen scissors. Buy hair trimming scissors, but you can like just give yourself a nice little trim at home. And then I want you to put on that fit, that bounce back fit. Put in effort, make yourself feel fabulous. Do your hair, do your makeup, get full glam, and plan a solo date. This is a great time to be experimentative with your hair and makeup because it's exciting again, right? Like, don't follow what's trendy. Trends are gonna come and go. Like, for instance, I have always worn like a middle part down my hair. I just think I look better that way. It looks more symmetrical that way. I've done it since I can ever remember, but it wasn't so trendy. Like when I was in high school, it was super trendy to have the side part, not the middle part, and people used to make fun of me all the time for having like what they call the Jesus part. But I am so sorry. I feel like this was super chic. This is how I felt gorgeous, and I was not going to budge for anyone. And now look, now it's super trendy. But I also heard that now it's going out of style again. But am I going to change myself based on a trend? No, absolutely not. If you found a way to do your hair, your makeup, whatever, wear clothes in a way that makes you feel amazing, doesn't matter what's trending. It is so incredibly hot and chic of you to just show up as your true, authentic self. So use this time as a time to not follow the trends and be so experimentative. I feel like that is so cool. Like switch it up, do something different with your eyeshadow or your eyeliner or your hair. Maybe like braid it one day. Just have fun. Just be feminine. This is also a great time to consider your health. Okay. I'm not saying that like how you ate was the reason why you got sick, by no means, but I will say the times where I was prioritizing my health through food, like with turmeric and wellness shots, with kombucha on an empty stomach in the morning, whole foods, I didn't get sick nearly as much as I get sick now. So I am going back to my old ways in terms of really prioritizing those healthy whole foods. I also am just more intense with my typical beauty routine when I'm coming back from being sick. So I'll give my eyebrows a good dye. I'm going to go really hard with my skincare. I'm going to get on my vibration plate, self-tan a little bit, like whatever I have to do. I typically will go and have like a full beauty night where I just like do my everything shower and then just do the ultimate glow up. So your girl action step for this section is to make your ultimate glow up list. Think of the things you can do at home for free with things you already have and a few nice treats to give yourself to make yourself feel amazing. It could just be like the typical list of your like everything glow up, like the day before a big event, do that, make yourself feel amazing again, and then go get glam and take yourself out for a nice solo date for lunch. Go to the movie theater, or my favorite is I go to the mall and I buy like a new piece of like home decor, a cute little mug, something new to just bring like new energy into my space. Now, phase number 8 is the hardest part of your bounce back, and that is the reconstruction of your routines. I know it was super hard for you to build a strict workout routine, or maybe you were killing it with your meal prep, or killing it with like cleaning and organizing your home, but now everything feels like a complete mess. Now look, girl, I know it's going to be super difficult for you to go from sleeping in, laying in bed all day, to bouncing back like this. Do not expect yourself to just go from 0 to 100 and be right back into your routines. It is going to take a bit of time. It will have some friction. Yes, it might look like you slowly waking up earlier and earlier, but you will get there. But if you self-sabotage and say, there's no sense of me even trying to get back to what I was doing before because it's never going to be, it's too hard, blah, 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 blah. You won't, okay? You need to have a positive mindset. Tell yourself that, yeah, it might take you a week or a few months to get back to where you're going to be, but you know what? You're going to get there and you're going to show up even better than you were before. Because now you have this sense of gratitude for going back to your real life. A lot of us, while we're sick, like I said before, we're like, I'm never taking my health for granted again. And then we forget about it. Don't forget about it, okay? Because there's people who don't have the option to bounce back. We have the privilege of being sick for a week, a few months in our own beds, our own homes, whatever it may be. There's other people who do not have the option. There's people who are going into hospitals right now who will never come out, okay? So it is a privilege for us to get to start going back to our routines, because that is something that people are praying for and they will never get. So I want you to wake up every single day feeling absolutely grateful for your free will. You got to choose how you're going to spend your time. You are healthy. That is something to be truly, truly grateful for. So don't beat yourself up if it's hard at the start, if you didn't get a good grade on a quiz because you missed a few lectures, or you are a little bit behind on your emails at work. I promise you, in a few weeks, even days' time, everything will go back to the way it was once before. But now you're going into it feeling rested and feeling grateful, with an entire game plan on how you are going to bounce back as a better version of you. One that takes care of herself, one who nurtures her beauty, one who dresses to impress herself, not other people. One that is organized, eats healthy, has these healthy routines, and sticks to it. And girl, if you want to learn how to do exactly that and feel like that woman, create your dream life in 2026, this is the account for you, okay? Now, do not forget to work on your It Girl action steps, diva. This gorgeous book has been in my hands throughout almost the entire video. I actually designed it. It is the official Get Up and Glow notebook that's available on Amazon. It has a secret little message inside in the first few pages, and then all of the rest are blank, empty pages designed for you to write down these It Girl action steps. So you can put little cute check boxes next to them and keep checking them off every single day to keep you accountable. Or of course, you could use this as a journal, a diary, a notebook for school, whatever you want. If you're interested in getting the Get Up and Glow notebook and being twins with me, you can do so on Amazon. It's linked in my description. Or of course, you can just search up in Amazon, Get Up and Glow notebook, and this baby will pop right up. Okay, girly, I hope you feel better soon, no matter what you are going through. I promise you, you will get through this. You will bounce back better than ever, more wiser than ever, more grateful than ever for life, okay? Do not forget that you are smart, you are beautiful, you are worthy. You are capable of doing anything you set your mind to, girl. This year, I'm going to pull out all of that goodness, all of that greatness that I can see, I can sense inside of you, girly. You're going to do amazing things this year. And until next time, I will see you on the next episode of Get Up and Glow. Bye, girls.